Cat Jackson Blanchard. We had the pleasure, Steve, of watching that kid. Boy, the human highlight film. I mean, he was worth the price of admission, but he was also a very accomplished track athlete at Houghton Lake. Some of his accomplishments while he was in high school, what makes these things so impressive, Steve, is he was a dual sport athlete, which means he had to pick a sport to be his number one, which was golf. Obviously, golf's pretty difficult. So he would practice golf, he would do his meets, and then when it was time for track, he would show up, he would run his events, and here's all he did while he was at Houghton Lake. He ran the 300-meter hurdles, the 110 high hurdles, the open 200-meter, ran the open 400-meter. All he did was set the school record. He was the conference champ in the 110 high hurdles and the 300-meter hurdles as a sophomore, junior, and senior. He was a regional champ in the 110 high hurdles, the 300-meter hurdles, and the 200-meter in his junior and senior year. When he got to the States, as a sophomore, 300-meter hurdles, third place. As a junior and senior, back-to-back state champ in both the 110 high hurdles, the 300-meter hurdles, set the state record in the 110 high hurdles as a senior. He then went on to the Midwest Meet of Champions. That's where they get the top athletes from Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana together. Jackson held his own. He took third in the 300-meter hurdles, fifth in the 110 high hurdles. Now Jackson's running at CMU. How does freshman campaign go? It didn't take long for Jackson to make his mark at the D1 level. Listen to these numbers, folks. At the Notre Dame Invitational, he took third in the 60-meter hurdles, 8.36 seconds. At the SVSU tune-up, second place in the 60-meter hurdles, 8.38 seconds. The Vanderbilt Black and Gold Invitational, 400-meter hurdles, took second place with 52.33 seconds. The Jacksaw Classic, third place in the 110 hurdles with a time of 14.97 seconds. So then Jackson goes down to Ohio State University. The Jesse Owens Invitational took third place in the 400 hurdles with a time of 52.74. Then comes the MAC Outdoor Championships. Jackson runs the 400 hurdles. He took first in the prelims with a time of 53.08 seconds. That gets him into the finals where he captured the 400 hurdle title with a time of 52.26 seconds. He picked up 3/4 of a second from the prelims to the finals. He wins the championship. Jackson then qualified for the NCAA East Regionals in Jacksonville, Florida. He put up his best 400 hurdle time of the season, 51.58 seconds. But unfortunately, Jackson was not able to advance. But what a freshman season by Jackson Blanchard. I don't think any of us would be surprised, Steve, but for a freshman to step into the Division I level and to put up those kind of numbers, what a job by Jackson. The scary part is the kid's just now training for track. I mean, I was talking to his dad. He really only had to practice track a few times. He would just show up and run, and all the kid did was win. I mean, he is some kind of athlete.
Well, we've talked about that, and it didn't take very long to watch him on the field of play to know, and no matter what kind of field he stepped on, be it the football field or on the track, he's a special kind of individual. He's just one of those naturally gifted guys who can step out there and perform, and he's only going to get better once you're in that collegiate level. You're getting a different set of eyes on you. You're getting some of the different training, and it's going to be exciting to see what he does in his 4 years.
Yeah, and his sister, Lexi B., she's not a bad athlete either, Steve. She played 3 years of basketball for me, great volleyball player, really good soccer player. And as I said earlier, she's playing soccer down at Delta for the ladies down there. And
it's a good squad, too.
Yeah, they're good. Ranked top 5 in the nation. They're undefeated in the regular season. Lexi's playing a lot, so Tom and Vicky Blanchard are staying busy watching their 2 kids who are doing a great job at the next level. And that's great for Houghton Lake. When you have kids that can go on and make a difference like that, that's good for the school, because then them coaches start sniffing around a little bit more to see what you got coming down the line.
Well, it brings in coaches and different looks from recruiters and the like, and it also gives a boost to players and players, down in the JV level and at even at the varsity level of, hey, I can make something happen. And they do take players from Houghton Lake for various and assorted sports and various and assorted roles. So, absolutely continued success to both of those athletes, and hopefully the tradition continues with the new batch of athletes we've got.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a bit surprised, Steve, somewhere down the line if Jackson doesn't get a shot to at least attempt to qualify for the Team USA. I mean, the kid is that good, and with the proper training, and he's dedicated. I mean, he's competitive, one of the more humble kids you'll ever meet. Not a lot of I and me in that guy. But when it comes to tracking and stuff like that, he's got all the ability, and now with the with the training and all that, just concentrating on it. The sky's the limit for Jackson. Wish him and Lexi both well. And again, Tom and Vicky did a great job with them here. A couple minutes away from the start of the second half.